That there's been individual performers who have had off days. So Ubisoft will absolutely take over a match. See Nello have some really rough matches, then bounce back with hugely impactful plays. Nice toss from Ubisoft through that hatch, takes out Virtue on the wire, down goes the sledge. Buries those nades. Good news is you've got so many of them. Hold on a second. G2 bursts on in and they get 4v2. Proximity alarm giving the position away. They know G2's over by reading. Benja tries to get sneaky, started off. One kill, gets a second. That's the round for MnM. Fire was gonna go towards Whiskey. Nafe might be able to get him. Down goes Benja, looking in a different direction. That was Nafe's intended target. Tyrant's now to die over towards VIP. Nafe's gonna be spotted from the left, and there it is. Right over the shoulder. Emerging from that same position that Doki was in before. They'll go to work for G2 on that freezer wall. 30 seconds left. Enough time to skeleton key away into the freezer. Scored the diffuser in. It's in the hands of Ali Mao. Still has one smoke remaining as well. Nello, a bit of a delay on that engagement. That's a sloppy and costly blunder. And leaves Ubisoft to die inside of the site as G2 strikes back on that round. Any of them get destroyed, MnM will know about that.
Oh, look at this.
That's a nade from below, and we hear the one air jab go off. Nafe dies, the castle gets a little bit too brazen. Picked off by G2. And now it's another nade to go on in. You were correct about the Nomad, by the way. It was a white window jump out. So, nade goes in, Ubisoft on the retake. It's white stairs, not red, and he's the last man standing as he loses Tyrant not too far off. Shotgun outs. It's a tight angle to play as Blur's getting that diffuser down. There goes the Nitro Cell. Ubisoft knows how tough this is. Takes time to reload the sidearm. Blur did not complete the plant. He bailed off. Not sure what the reluctance was here, but now Ubisoft has too many angles to watch. G2 put two together. They take the lead in this match.
Trying to coordinate his teammates for a potential flank. He didn't watch the default cams, and G2 ran into a guy holding the flank that would have been seen on the camera. Benja's downstairs. He finds one, not before Nello finds another one onto Blur. Still in favor of MnM.
Into the bomb site. He is the one standing against the tides. Solotov waiting patiently, but oh, the blind actually works! And Benjamaster's able to get in under his very own nose. That's a bit of a problem for MnM. Benja's only good enough for one, though, as Solotov does answer back, leaving Virtue upstairs, standing by the fires. A Goyo container cry from the 7-1 that G2 did before. Oh. Virtue finds himself in front of yet another Goyo canister. Down goes Solotov. He had the read on that play. Good enough. Last two players of MnM are split between sites and floors, so good luck. Virtue will need to attempt to get the diffuser down and go for both kills. He goes for kills. Tyrant finishes him first, though. MnM a second. Oh, he's at the main door.
He can't get in. He's like, help, break it, please, someone. No.
Not like this!
He's baiting his teammates.
Carl!
Gotta be better than that.
Solotov had died early in rounds 2 and 3. Doesn't die that early in this round, and not before getting a pick, but more reluctance. G2 a bit worried about this timing. Perfect opportunity for another smoke to go in. Nafe retaking, but he has to break his own Eva barrier, and that sound that's being made. Doki 4 kills. Give them all! Doki the ace against MnM. G2 regain the lead. Flash tossed in, magnets now being found as the nades thrown by Virtue, done with reckless abandon, and it's Solotov involved in the early altercation again. Good enough for a kill, traded off, but this action's gonna come fast and furious. And I'm not talking about the movie, baby. 2 kills for both sides. They equalize. Nello's as good as dead above. There goes the entire upstairs hold except for Tyrant. 4 players for MnM holding off site.
Oh, the Capcan.
Benja, you might not be spotted by the cams, but the EDDs, they're still gonna see you. They're still gonna find you. Oh, Doki, no, not like this. 3 kills for Doki. He's got the ace in the previous round. Blur trying to draw him out. They know that Blur's inside of the site. You can hear it from the sounds of his weapon. It's Tyrant now retaking through wheel, over towards train. Outduels Doki. We'll have to work with the final 13 seconds, but Blur is there for backup. Sees him for a second. Pulls trigger, but simply cannot get the shots down. Solitov in a bit of a rough spot. Doki re-peaks, Nello wins the gunfight. Now he's in to get the diffuser down. Usis on the ground, bleeding out not too far off. Nobody from G2 seems to be aware of this. And now there's that post-plant scramble. As Usis gets brought back to life. Benja lighting him up, but I spoke his name into existence. Nello not just getting 3 kills, diffuser down. 3v2 for MnM as the timer continues to run down. It's a very favorable position for them. And Nave, who's been a non-factor in this round, comes online at the last second. Blur in a tough spot. They now know where he is. 10 seconds to get himself out of this position towards the diffuser. 3 players still upright from MnM, and they're gonna hunt him down. 3 kills for Nello, 2 kills for Nave. On the Nook, still roaming, still lurking. This will be an assault on the upstairs bomb site right now, and there's a kill hole in the ground. Solitov had a nade out. He's looking for it. He and Usis, 2 very fast kills. Benja gets 1 back, but Solitov is still there, still in that position. Unshakable. Doki misses an opportunity to keep numbers tight. Doesn't miss on the Solitov. He's got Blur above for backup. Floor. Tyrant in particular engaging. You don't want to take a Vector at such close range, but it's Doki now in a 1v1. Nello still upright. Can Doki get the job done? Fire arrow goes sailing in. Doki very shrewdly repositions. Nello does it though. And we get a tie game. Good news is there's no smoke on the board. Bad news is there's a plenty of nitro cells, 2 of which have been used, another remains, 1 in the hands of Doki. There go the smokes, and now Nello just walks right in.
There's no way.
He's gonna play in the middle of the site, isn't he? No, he keeps going forward. They know exactly where he is. Nitro cell goes down, no more explosives. Nello attempting the diffuser plant. Doki out-dueled by MnM, but there goes Tyrant to Virtue. Skylight control is good, Nello's down. Benja blown over by one of those air jabs. Back on his feet, Doki still bleeding out. The problem is going to be Usis on Skylight. Nave to secure. If he drops red, that leaves Usis up there all on his lonesome. Blur hopping on the diffuser, Usis waiting for the call, and they just decide to engage with him. Nave is there, doing his best. They've lost out on the Skylight control. No, Nave knifes instead. What a blunder! G2 on the diffuser. They take the lead back, and that's their 5th round. Allowing Doki to live a little bit longer than Doki probably would have under normal circumstances. Doki's a little bit too focused on that breach, and while it's not Usis, Solitov to finish him off.
15 seconds
Almost certain that we're gonna need all 12 rounds between these teams. MnM are poised to win this one with those final 10 seconds, but they need to get in there. They're working against the time. Nello getting diffuser down. Blur looks the wrong way. He's a bit too distracted. The timeout works. MnM answer back. This game is as close as it's gonna get.
Down this round for their side here and go on match point. Big question mark is the downstairs player Virtue, but he actually gets the kill with smoke inside of mining. A risky peek, but it pays off.
Honestly, I think when you're at that numbers disadvantage, you gotta go for some of these peaks from time to time. Maybe not with the smoke. Doki now in tough straights against Tyrant. As one of those gas canisters linger in front of Tyrant's eyes, he's hunkered down inside a reading. He's in the bomb site, by the way. He just doesn't have the diffuser. Nello's the one who hangs on to it. Down goes Virtue. G2's numbers getting worse. But MnM can be very patient here. Let G2 get restless. Let them get in at some point. Diffuser going down. Doki will need to be marshaled into action. Evading the nade. The indicator staying red for far too long. Down goes Benja. MnM, they grab the lead and they go on to match point. Tyrant seems to think there's one on white stairs. Nades go off. How embarrassing will this be if he just walks right up and gets splattered by none other than Benja Master. Nitro cell goes out. There was so little remaining on Nello, there was nowhere to go but down. There goes Tyrant to Benja, just like we said. Timeout taken by G2. Nave in a 1v5. Things work out flawlessly in that round, and we're going to overtime.
That is
pick rate skyrocketing after getting the 1.5 scope, providing a lot of utility, but also now able to hold his own in a duel. Nicely tossed Nitro Cell from Usis. Didn't we see this before?
literally back in like round number 1, I believe, actually, yeah.
Bye-bye, Ali Mao. Tyrant's down as well, both teams in a 4v4. Solotov will find the grave shortly thereafter. Nade bounced in nicely by Virtue. Nafe is no more. Uses the only one on the board so far. Doki, 17 kills, good lord. He finds some more. Nope. Nello finds him first. That allows Usis to regain that position. This is excellent for MnM. And the sledge now of Virtue could also be caught off guard if Usis is just able to go under the radar, and that's what's going to happen. They're not suspecting this. Virtue softened up as he drops towards Pillar. Now more will be on the shoulders of Nello. Usis sees one as they scoot on by. Neither member of G2 is looking up at all. Nello in the other bomb site, waiting for Diffuser to go down against a salt wall, and that's a huge play from Usis. 3 kills to his name. Could a quad be there? Yes, it can! 4 kills for Usis. MnM moved to match point. Do that, you don't need to.
Yeah.
Wonder's a word that we've used a couple times.
Yeah, but they happen. Virtue, he finds Nello to use it, and now MnM, now they're down a member all of a sudden, and MnM, they're on the roof still, waiting for the setup to be established.
That's 2 very high priority players. It's, 4 of their 6 grenades gone. It's their 2 strongest players, but then Benja somehow doesn't seem to realize it. The new hatch is open. Down he goes. To a 3v3, Nafe walking in. That's some ugly gunplay that Blur ends up winning. Finds a second on a Tyrant. All before Nello gets 2, but then G2 shuts the door on it. All 15 rounds needed between these 2 teams, as it is tied yet again at 7-7. Positions trying to stay as mobile as possible. Potential botched C4 from Solotov. Follows up really well with his firearm. Ali Mao was there to pick up his 4th kill, but the rest of G2 seems to be hitting their marks. Usis attempting to get back. He's done and dusted. Tyrant in a 1v3 to keep his team in this. MnM have had an incredibly difficult path here at the major, and it's not getting any easier. The world champions survive a scare, and they take it. MnM find themselves on the ropes as G2 prevails 8-7.